Welcome to San Diego's most popular local morning news. Good morning, San Diego.
Smooth jazz, an 88.1 radio personality, goes homeless in a personal campaign to call attention to the issues of homelessness here in San Diego. Lene Lewis is live at the IKEA in Mission Valley to explain. Hi, Lene.
Hi, good morning, Kristen. Yes, it is early in the morning, but there are folks out here wanting to do something to change homelessness in our city. In fact, this gentleman right over here, Tayari Howard, has been sleeping out here for the last 7 days, and folks have been coming by and giving donations for the Trinity House to raise money. With us from the Trinity House is Evelyn Irving. Evelyn, tell us this morning, you got to feel pretty good about the efforts that Tayari is making on behalf of your agency.
Oh, I am just truly amazed at his efforts. I never would have even imagined that somebody would go to those lengths to help out this organization. But and even San Diego has been so very generous. He is almost at his goal. It is just amazing.
And the goal is to raise $10,000. We're at $8,000 now. What will you do with this money?
We're trying to get as many homeless women and children and men off of the streets of San Diego and into the Trinity House, because with that we can help them get back into the swing of life. And we are looking for those that are homeless that are ready to make a change.
They have to make that commitment.
Our philosophy is a hand up, not a handout.
Okay. Let's get Mr. Howard over here. We want to show everybody where you've been sleeping for the last 7 days. This tent right here.
I've been right here in this tent for the last 7 days. I started last Sunday, and today marks the 7th day. It's been pretty good. It fights the wind. The temperature's dropping down to about 40 degrees out here, but my spirits are high, and as you look at the tote board, you can see that we're doing a phenomenal job. San Diegans are coming out, and they're supporting this particular mission.
And part of the purpose, you were telling me, was to simulate what a homeless person goes through every night. And a lot of them may not be fortunate enough to have a tent. Give us some perspective on what it feels like every night to be sleeping outside in 40-degree weather.
Well, I had no idea, to be honest with you. My first night, my air bed sprung a leak, so I was sleeping on concrete. I came outside and it was 40 degrees, and as you can see, there are no porta potties around here, so there were no bathroom facilities.
What did you do?
I had to hold it for 2.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
so those are some of the same exact situations that homeless people face. Sure. And that kind of woke me up real quick.
And share with us, if you will, a little perspective on what motivated you to do this in the first place.
Well, twice in my life, I've had situations where I was almost homeless. And if it hadn't been for friends who knew me personally and family that stepped up and gave me a hand and pulled me up,
helped you out,
I would be right out here with the rest of them. So.
Let's show everyone the table over here. Walk with me this way, if you will. If you come on out to the IKEA in Mission Valley, you can walk up to the table here, and you've got your CDs from the station.
Right.
And what else? What else is out here?
We have the donation boxes, and they can make any size donation. And when they make a donation, we actually give them a CD. They don't buy these CDs. We're giving them these CDs. And we have information about the Trinity House, who I am and who the Trinity House is, and why I'm out here.
Okay. Well, Mr. Howard, Mr. Tayari Howard, thank you so much for what you're doing this week. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate it. And thank you for talking to us as well. We're going to be coming back to you guys throughout the morning, too. So Kristen and David, we want to let everybody out there know, if you're going to be out shopping or out and about on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, come on by, give a donation. And the quicker that Mr. Howard reaches the 10,000 mark, they're at 8,014 right now. His goal is to get up to 10,000. Then he gets to pack up his tent and go home. So that's the goal out here, to get $10,000 for the Trinity House.
Wow.
I'm going to toss it back to you.
You know, and he's been around a long time, and he does a lot of good things in the communities. He's very active, so it's good to see him.
Isn't it nice? We have a lot of people wanting to help out everyone in our community. That's pretty cool.
Thanks,
Thank
Lene.
you, Lene.
Yeah. See you later.
A smooth jazz radio personality goes homeless in a personal campaign to call attention to the issue of homelessness here in San Diego.
And to raise money for the cause, KOSI's Lene Lewis live at the IKEA in Mission Valley with more. Lene?
Hi, you guys. You know, it is early on Sunday morning. We're in the 8 o'clock hour, but already folks in the community are stopping by to donate money. I want to introduce you guys real quick to Carol Williams. Carol, you just pulled up in the IKEA parking lot and wrote a check for $50. Tell us why did you do that?
Well, I also make a stance for the homeless. I feed down at Horizon Park on Thursdays, so that's kind of a cause that I support.
So you know there's a great need in our community.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for talking to us this morning.
Appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Also, we have Mr. Howard here, who's been, for the last 7 days, living in a tent. Wanted to check in with him as well. How's it going this morning? It had to make you feel good to see Carol stop by this early.
Oh, yes, we're blessed. I'm in good spirits. 7 days, we're doing great, $8,000. So I'm happy to see that IKEA allowed me to sleep here. We got security, East Tech. So San Diegans are coming out, and they're supporting us.
Can we walk over and check out your tent and see what it's like inside? Give us some perspective on what a homeless person might experience as they have to sleep out on the street. Let's walk over to the tent, you guys, that Mr. Howard's been sleeping in for the past 7 days. Oh, here we go. What do you have in here? Do you have blankets? And
Basically, we have a sleeping bag in here, and the floor is slightly taken care of, and that's about it. There's no heaters or anything in there, so I've just been braving the cold.
And you probably have a lot more than many homeless folks on the streets have, a blanket and a tent, and still I would imagine it's very cold.
Yes, there's no doubt. The temperature is dropping down to about 40 degrees, but this holds the wind pretty good, and fortunately it hasn't rained out here, so I'm quite blessed. Quite blessed.
Most people can't imagine having to live in these circumstances. Do you share that with people when they come up to donate money, just to let them know what it's like, for somebody to have to experience that?
I've had several people come up and ask me. Several people have called me on the air, and I've told them maybe if you could just do it one day and experience it. And I've gone through it 7 days now, and not only the elements, there are a number of things that you don't plan. Like one day my sleeping bag sprung a leak. I walked out, I didn't have a porta potty, and then I realized at 4 o'clock in the morning I was discombobulated. Where was I going to go to use the bathroom? So it's those kinds of things that I ran into, so I can sympathize with what's going on with the homeless.
Well, and also the thing is, that there's an end in sight. When you reach $10,000, you get to pack your tent and go home. A lot of people out there don't know when they're going to get a chance to get off the streets.
You're absolutely correct. I've looked at my bed every day for 7 days, and I thought, I can't wait to touch it again.
Makes you really appreciate what we have.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.
We also want to talk to the lady from the Trinity House who will be benefiting from Mr. Howard's efforts. This has to make you feel good that somebody's wanting to help out your organization.
Yes, it's just phenomenal, and the amount of money that he's raised so far in such a short amount of time, it's just truly amazing. San Diegans are so generous and so caring, and there's 10,000 homeless people in San Diego alone. Almost 50% of those are homeless families, those with kids sleeping on the streets. There's only about 4,500 shelter beds, so that leaves almost 5,000 people looking for somewhere to sleep. Doorways, alleyways, cars. It's really, really a tragic situation. I myself was homeless at one point. I really know what it's like.
So this is something that you're passionate about because you've experienced it.
Yes, it is a cause that is very near and dear to my heart. I was homeless at one point, and especially being a woman and then being homeless, some of the things that women experience out there as homeless and with kids, I couldn't even imagine. Luckily, I didn't have any children at the time, but we see people every day that, especially with today's economy, people that are losing their homes, people that live off of Social Security and different things like that, they just cannot make ends meet. And that's where we try to fill in the gap for those people.
Let's walk back over to the table. We want to show the viewers the tally that you guys have reached so far. The goal is to reach $10,000, right? And so far, you guys have about $8,000.
Yes, yes. Isn't that unbelievable?
In just 7 days.
Yes, yes.
And how about the fact that, you've got some local businesses donating? Well, you're getting to stand out in front of IKEA, which is kind of a big deal. This is a place where a lot of people come through. That has got to be helping you out a lot, too.
Yes, IKEA was so generous to let us use their sidewalk, and we've been out here every day. IKEA gets a lot of customers, and so as the customers walk in, they see the table, and they donate very freely. We were also very, very blessed to have East Tech Security donate their security services. Here's Alan with East Tech.
I think we also need to change that number there because Carol just brought in $50, right?
Wow, yes, we do.
That's exciting to see those numbers change as the morning goes on. And if you guys Yeah, we're going to change it. We're going to change those numbers, you guys. Anyway, they're going to be out here all day and obviously the next few days as well until they reach the $10,000 mark. We're at the IKEA in Mission Valley. So come on down, donate some money, say hi to everybody, and you can meet the folks from the Trinity House as well and learn a little bit more about what they're doing to help the homeless in our community.